in the few minutes I have with you left, let's talk coaching carousel. Why did Freddie Kitchens get one and done in Cleveland, Peter?
I mean, he couldn't get a hold of his team. You have Baker Mayfield falling off a cliff. You have internal people saying he was not organized. He didn't know, he didn't know really how to plan, how to coach his team. It was never hard enough on Odell Beckham. Should have told Odell Beckham a long time ago, look, you want to be a great player? Stop being in Paris or wherever you are in April, May, and June. You got to come to these practices. I mean, he wasn't big enough for the chair, unfortunately, and I really like him. I think he was terrific last year. Unfortunately, he just didn't bring that to the chair this time.
So, with the expected departure of Jason Garrett, is there any other surprises that might come? Do you think, coaching?
I doubt it. The other two that could the Lions change their mind after Matt Patricia loses his last 9, goes 6-25-1 since midseason last year. Matt Patricia is the luckiest man out of everyone this morning because, look, he's supposed to build a defense. That defense in the last 26 games has allowed 24 points a game. And, you get your quarterback hurt. Wow. Everybody gets their quarterback hurt. And so again, he's lucky. And I think he's staying. The owner says he's staying, and we got to take their word for it. And the other one I think is Anthony Lynn. I think it would be a major injustice, and I don't think he's going to get fired. But I got an eyebrow raised over that one. They didn't win the close games this year, obviously, but he was so good in his first 2 years. That team was so good. I think so much of this year was about the decline of Phillip Rivers and. Can they fix him? Will they want to have him back? That is stuff, as Rivers said yesterday, to decide in the next 3 months.
And how real is Urban Meyer coming to the pros this year, do you think, Peter?
I mean, I don't know, Rich. I don't know. And I would be, if I were a team, and it isn't that I don't think Urban Meyer's a great coach, and if his heart was absolutely into it, I'd say great. But, I mean, he doesn't stay places long. It's like, it reminds me a little bit of Nick Saban in Miami. The second year, I'm not all in.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the problem with Urban Meyer is that he's used to winning 9 out of every 10 games. If he goes to Cleveland right now, how will he feel about winning 6 out of 10 or 5 out of 10? And maybe he could totally turn it around. But I would be very, very. I'd enter that one with 3 eyes open because I don't want a guy after 2 or 3 years who's going to say, I couldn't make the impact I wanted, I'm out.
So who is the Dallas favorite then?
I think they're going to go for a real shiny object. I wrote today that I think hiring Jason Witten would be an extremely dumb thing. And I love Jason Witten. Everybody does. But how do you put in that absolute circus, how do you put a guy who's used to the circus but who's never run a staff meeting in his life? I just think that would be a huge error. And I don't even know if there's legs to that story or if it's something that's just a little bit silly. I guess the other one that I would say is if I were Jerry Jones, I would interview Mike McCarthy for 8 hours this week. I mean, look, 2 weeks ago, I spent, a day and a half with Mike McCarthy in Green Bay. And, Rich, here's a guy who realizes this is a guy who's going to have like a 14-person analytics/video department. He knows that the world is changing in the NFL, and he wants to change along with it. Not entirely, but he understands that he's got to do some things different, and he will. And I'm not saying hire him. I'm saying talk to him because, I mean, at one point, 5, 6, 7 years ago, I mean, he was right there with Sean Payton and a lot of these guys who everybody looked at as the top head coaches in the league. So I would talk to him because I think Jerry needs somebody who's going to come in and say, here's how we should do things, instead of just conforming to what Jerry wants to do.
For more of The Rich Eisen Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV for free on BR Live or download The Rich Eisen Show app.